One of my friends reached out to me the other day and she said that her goal is to live to be 90 years old. That's a huge goal. And she told me that she wants to be healthy, vibrant, and one a concern that she had was that she really wants to make sure that she has healthy teeth. So she came to me asking me what can she do to optimize the likelihood of her having healthy teeth by the time she's 90 years old. And I shared with her 5 things that she can start doing today to make sure that by the time she's 90, she has healthy teeth. And I'm gonna go over those things with you. I'm gonna share those things with you. So get some pen and paper and let's get into it. So the first thing is limit your carbohydrate intake. So in my practice, whenever I talk to patients, I tell them to limit their sugar intake. They always say, I don't eat sugar, I don't eat candies. So that's why I say limit your carbohydrate intake, not just sugar. Because the rice, pasta, pizza, anything that has a lot of carbs, potatoes, french fries, all of those things, they can turn into some type of sugar once it goes into your mouth. Again, remember, digestion starts in your mouth. So it's very important to be mindful of what goes in your mouth. Even crackers, sometimes they get stuck in all of those grooves on your teeth. They can start causing cavities. So just because you don't eat candies or you don't have a sugary you don't drink sugary drinks, that doesn't mean that you're completely off limit for cavities. And remember, cavities care more about what you feed them than what you brush them with. The more carbs, the more sugar you give them, the more happier they get and start getting bigger and bigger. So that's the first thing. Limit your carbohydrate intake. And the second thing is to rinse your mouth right after eating, especially after eating those carbohydrates. You want to rinse your mouth with water. A lot of us sometimes we tend to drink sugary drinks, soda, water only, pretty much. That's all I drink. And I know it's some people it's not doable or realistic, but give it a try, just water. But again, it's very important if you're not able to brush your teeth, probably 30 minutes after you ate, you do want to go ahead and rinse with water or drink water right after. Okay, so that's the second thing. You want to rinse your mouth with water right after eating, especially after eating carbohydrates, desserts, or anything like that. And the third thing is that you always want to rinse your mouth before you brush your teeth. And usually, I think we do the opposite. Usually, we would brush or floss brush and then rinse. But let me tell you what I do. I'm in my early 40s and I've never had a cavity. So, so I think what I do works. Okay. So what I do is I rinse my mouth with water or sometimes mouthwash, and then I spit, and then I put the toothpaste on the toothbrush, and then I put it directly on my teeth. I do not add water to the toothbrush like they show on TV. I don't do that either. And then I brush well with using an electric toothbrush for a good solid 2 minutes, making sure I clean the 3 surfaces of teeth that the toothbrush can clean: the front of the tooth, the back of the tooth, and the top of the tooth. And then after that, I floss in between, because again, each tooth, whether it's a front tooth or a back tooth, has 5 surfaces. Again, the toothbrush can only clean 3 surfaces, and the floss cleans 2 surfaces. Okay, so you have the front, the back, the top of the tooth, and then the right side and the left side. Right side and left side, the floss takes care of that. The front, back, and the top, the toothbrush takes care of that. So again, I rinse my mouth with water, I brush, I floss, and then after that, I spit. And then I go handle my business. That's it. I don't rinse after. And I know a lot of people, they have issues with that, like, oh, I don't want something stuck on my teeth. At first, I feel like if you have been doing the same thing for decades, it might feel weird at first to have toothpaste residue on your teeth. But to be honest, that's what the toothpaste companies want you to do. And those companies don't want to get sued. Okay, so let's look at this one. This is Colgate. And actually, go ahead and get your toothpaste and look at the directions. So I'm going to read what this one says. It says, so adults and children 12 years of age and older, apply at least 1 inch strip of the product onto a soft bristle toothbrush. Brush teeth thoroughly or for at least 1 minute twice a day, morning and evening, or as recommended by a dentist. Make sure to brush all sensitive areas of the teeth. Do not swallow. That's it. Nothing that says to rinse after. So that's Colgate. Let's get another one. Tums. What do they say? They say brush teeth thoroughly, preferably after each meal, at least twice a day, or as directed by a dentist or physician. That's it. Next one. Crest. What do they say? They say adults and children 2 years and older brush teeth thoroughly after meals or at least twice a day, or use as directed by a dentist. Do not swallow. To minimize swallowing, use a pea-sized. Again, that's for children, so that's why they are mentioning that. Yeah, nothing about rinsing. That's your kids' one. That's what my children use. Brush teeth thoroughly, preferably after each meal or at least twice a day, or as directed by a dentist or physician. Do you guys see the pattern? No, none of them say to rinse after. None of them. Okay, so that's why I don't do it. I don't rinse after. And the reason why is I want all of the active ingredients to do their job. I don't want to rinse anything. I don't. I just let it do its job. Okay. So the fourth thing is to pretty much wait a good 30 minutes before brushing your teeth. Sometimes we eat and then we go ahead and brush. To me, I think about it like you're literally massaging whatever you just ate. If you just ate a dessert, if you just had pizza, I don't know, whatever it is, and you go ahead and brush without rinsing your mouth first. Oh my gosh. See, just knowing what I know about dentistry, it makes me cringe because, oh no, please don't do that. Please don't do that. So you really want to wait first and for a good 30 minutes. And then you rinse them off with water. And then you do the process, the brushing, the flossing, and then the spitting. That's it. Some people, they ask me, is it better to floss or brush first? Like, what is best? Do whatever works for you, really. Do whatever works for you, okay? And the last thing, number 5, is talk to your dentist about having a night guard. A lot of patients do not believe that they grind their teeth or clench, but I'll say that if you have mercury fillings in your mouth, the silver filling, if you have a stressful job, if right now you're watching that video and your tongue is not at a relaxed position, you are probably grinding or clenching, and you would benefit from a night guard. I have no dental work in my mouth. I've only had braces. That's the only dental work I've had done, meaning I don't have any crowns or fillings or anything like that. I still wear a night guard. I've worn a night guard for 20 years. 20 years this year. And that's something that I highly recommend, especially as you get older, to protect your teeth. So you can still, enjoy your apples or your crispy food. So you can still enjoy those. So those are the 5 things. Again, it's limit your carbohydrate intake. The second one is to rinse your mouth with water or drink water after you eat. The third one is always to rinse your mouth with water before you brush your teeth, and then you don't want to brush your teeth directly after eating. Again, think of it like you're literally massaging sugar on your teeth. Think of it like that. And then the last thing is to protect your teeth, protect your investment. You want to have that a gorgeous smile by the time you're 90, so you want to consider a night guard. Talk to your dentist about a night guard, and that's an appliance that you put on your teeth to protect from your teeth from grinding on each other, and instead of grinding on each other, they'll be grinding under plastic, pretty much. Okay, under material. So I hope this was helpful. Share it with someone who's determined to have healthy teeth. Share it with them, okay? And I'm sure it will bless somebody that you share it with. Take care.